Welcome to Pod and Long. I am your humble host, Ryan. It's great to have you with us. And I'm here with one of my co-hosts. It's the Word of Drew.
I realized at the end of last week's episode that we forgot to play the Xbox theme in order to wash away his demon presence, and then the Raiders are 1-0 since then. Possibly a coincidence. No, keep playing it. I need to draft it.
Tell us what to win.
I'm also here with Mr. Mike, right as he takes a sip of water. Mr. Mike?
I, much like both the Kelsey brothers, have been forced upon America. Me through this podcast, them through various forms of breakfast cereal and other media. And I have to say enough.
Just like some other people have been forced upon America.
Think you better? Yeah. Well, you better get ready to bow to the master.
I'm also...
I sincerely doubt X-Pac is the only member of that organization who, quote, forced himself on any member of America.
We're also here with
Vince,
the number one fan of the Fresno State Bulldogs. It is Mr. Megastar Mark.
Big fan of them. Big fan. You also got it wrong. I'm the owner, the creative genius, the producer, the writer, the star of DeGrod Pod 2025 coming very soon to all of your ear holes. And
very
Drew
soon.
said he cannot wait to be on the show.
Very soon.
You'll note Mark is the only person on DeGrod Pod 25. You know
thank God it's only coming to our ear holes.
Yes.
You know what's sadder than 4 men over 40 talking about Degrassi? 1 man over 40 doing it.
You know what? It might be 5 though. We have a fifth man.
Yeah.
We have a fifth man,
Drew. Who's the fifth man?
It might be X-Pac.
Is he gonna run in like Jesus to help Santa?
Yes. Amazing.
That's the greatest. I sent that to
so
like 8
funny.
people. It's so good.
That's great. Wrestling, indie wrestling's going crazy this week.
Yeah.
They also have Steven Flo. Have you seen that?
Oh, yeah.
A guy who comes
I
out.
already know what it is.
His name is Steven Flo, and he comes out to a song, which is Even Flow rewritten, just Steven Flo.
But they can't sue him because it's a parody.
Yeah,
which
right.
I love that.
Steven Flo.
I miss Raven. Speaking of grunge era wrestlers,
Raven's still around.
He's still around. He had a podcast. Yeah.
of course he does.
Yeah.
Raven's weird. He's a weird guy.
He's the white man of a certain age. Of course, he has a podcast.
Yeah.
Right. Well, look, we're looking at it. We're about to have like our 8th podcast going when the Garage Pod starts. Once we sign Drew to the Garage Pod, it's over.
I accept
The
cash.
Octopod.
Just 8 pods going at once.
Under the Ryan network of
Oh,
podcasts.
yeah.
We'll just have to combine it with our forthcoming UFL pod.
Oh, God.
Caw Nation, Manny Santos. There's a lot of crossover.
Caw. All right. It's a rare Monday for this show. We're never usually on a Monday because I do another show. But too many shows. I got the DeGrod Pod now. What am I going to do?
Mhm.
But there's a Monday Night Football game going on right now.
It's
Is
Christmas
there-
week. What are you going to do? Spend time with your family? You
Fucking
loser?
hell, no!
on.
They don't want me around.
You could spend at least a couple of hours prepping for the DeGrod Pod, which is going to take a lot of your time. Just
I
FYI.
feel like I don't want to prep at all. I want to be shocked. I think that's my role in the DeGrod Pod. Just be shocked.
Dad, can you help me put together my new toy? I'm watching Degrassi.
I'm watching Degrassi. I have to watch 47 episodes this week to get ready.
You're going to see it, and you are going to be so disappointed in me and Mark as human beings.
More so than usual.
Yeah, I'm about to say the bar's low.
I do laugh. I brought this up, I think, before, maybe on another show. Said my friend Ashley. Mike also friends with Ashley. She asked if this was real or not.
See?
And I'm like, Mark says it is.
It's
So,
real. Ashley, it's real.
It's
Subscribe
real,
now.
Ashley.
You
We
get
gotta
it on
get
the
a
ground
link.
floor.
If you will it, it is so.
Oh
It's happening.
god. All right,
There's
so the Packers are playing the Saints right now, and Mark, I'm going to choose you to give us the update on Packers Saints.
All right. So let me just move off this Sabres game I had going on here.
Boo!
21 Packers, 0 Saints. So yeah.
Ouch!
We have
Well, about as well as we
touchdowns.
thought it would.
We have touchdown for the Packers for Dontavion Wicks, Josh Jacobs, and Chris Brooks all have touchdowns so
Who
far.
the hell is Chris Brooks?
I don't know. Right now, Spencer Rattler is 2 of 3 for 18 yards, and there is 6 minutes left in this second quarter. It is not going well for the Saints.
Spencer Rattler
Chris
leads
Brooks
the
is
Saints
Garth
in.
Brooks' less questionable brother.
Oh,
Thunder rope.
You know, at
Spencer
first,
Rattler leads them in rushing as well with 9 yards.
at first, Josh Jacobs' resurgence in Green Bay, my instinctive response was "fuck you, Josh Jacobs." But now I've come to realize that he's just one of the many people, like players who leave the Mets and then throw a no-hitter. He's one of the many players who have proven that the Raiders are functionally inept.
Still,
Not this week, Drew. Not this
Yeah.
week.
Hey, do you guys remember when we spent a long chunk of time, like week 3, asking if the Saints were good?
Yes.
Of doing what you told me to do, but that's a breaks, boy.
play some
You
Mr.
s-
Ass. Do you have Mr. Ass loaded up?
Let me see if I can find that.
Yeah, the Orange 9mm song.
Let me see if I can find
Just
this.
like Ric Flair.
Oh,
Woo!
well, that's too good. That's actually good.
Yeah,
That's
right.
also licensed, I think.
Mr.
Yeah.
Ass might be. You never know. Mr. Ass.
Billy Gunn's not doing anything.
Yes, he is. He's
I know.
scissoring.
He's actually the only one who is doing anything.
He's the only one doing anything, Mark.
Scissor me,
Is that
daddy.
Val Venus?
Val.
Val's
Val
not
went
doing
off the deep
anything.
end.
Yeah,
Val,
Val's
Val got real right wing.
Val's done.
He's doing
Uh,
5 in Chino.
Yeah, he is.
I'm trying to
he is
find Mr.
borderline
Ass.
queer and don't make the world work. In the words of the Ultimate Warrior,
It's
He
a
is
little
that
rough.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. First category.
You know what does make the world work?
Mr.
Wow.
Ass.
Does it ever?
Cedar's brand tzatziki sauce.
Check's coming any day now.
Anything.
I don't have
It's
enough.
not racist. It's delicious.
$47 million they're paying us.
It's a lot of money.
I mean,
A lot
I'm
of
getting
money.
most of that.
That's most of it went into that budget for Mike to get those effects.
Yeah. The other half went into DeGrod Pod.
God.
We have a very high production value.
We love our production value on this show.
Hey, we have an A block, damn it.
Yeah.
This chatter
We
is
have-
C block level.
We have an A block. I'm just preoccupied with trying to find this Mr. S song, so you guys can fill. No,
Right off the rails. Give us something to
num-
talk about, Ryan. What are you
Number
looking at?
one category of the week is Game of the Week. It is the Commanders versus the Eagles.
Who?
Mark's Commanders
Good man.
comeback win, even though they turned it over 5 times. It's the second time this season a team has turned the ball over 5 times and won.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's literally fine.
Building suspense.
Mark,
Got
at
Not
what
nothing to
point,
say about
sustainable in the
your
playoffs, by the way.
Commanders. Your
Yeah.
Commanders.
Mark, at what point during this season did you finally feel like you were in a comfortable enough space where you could take pictures of you watching the Commanders and send it to the Rams?
Just chilling, yo.
Oh. Ouch.
What you
Rams.
doing? You up?
Hey Rams, you up?
Yeah.
Really
yeah.
angling hard for that threesome, huh, Mark?
Ugh.
We
Sexy.
call that a parlay in the business.
You guys just hang
Oh
out, I don't
man.
know.
Oh my god.
In the teaching business, dear sweet God.
Oh, God, no.
Things have
No,
gone
no, no,
off
no.
the rails a lot this week.
I meant
Mark
the
sent- Mark sent
degenerate
the-
podcast gambling circuit.
Mark sent the Rams a text message that just said, "Y'all doing coitus?"
Y'all doing coitus?
Drew, it's your favorite. You
is.
And then
ended the
picture
show
Rob
last
Ryan
week.
right after.
You ended the show with y'all doing coitus.
Y'all doing coitus?
Here's one of those things. You know those things where I've said in the past, like if I had lots of money, I wouldn't buy a McLaren. I would pay like Hosier to make a "You Doing Coitus" song for me. That's what I'd use my money for. We need a "Who Doing Coitus." You doing coitus? Yeah,
That is a song by Primus, and we all know it.
we could do that. I'm okay with that.
Play it back to back with Winona's Big Brown Beaver.
I'm okay with all of that. Okay.
Can't
Did
find
you hear
Mr.
that?
Ass, can you?
I'm finding it. Relax.
Wherever out thou, Mr.
Jalen Hurts.
And
Jalen
the clock
Hurts.
ticks on.
Jalen Hurts went down.
Yep.
Which killed my fantasy football season. Thanks a lot, Jalen, for not sliding.
Not mine, Drew. Still in it.
Yeah, but I didn't even realize you and I play each other next week.
I know. Now it's really now it's good. I like it. You're going down, boy.
You're going down, Drew.
I don't know. I'm going to be up 2 with 2 to play.
I know.
I'll have like 170 point spread. I feel okay.
Kenny
Okay,
Pickett.
not great. Okay.
Kenny Pickett in relief did not look great.
Who didn't see that coming?
Yeah.
Had no idea he was the backup there and just started
I had
laughing
no clue.
hysterically when I
Still
saw
thought
him.
it was Ty Detmer.
Yeah, sure. Or Coy. Like,
Or was
pick
it
a-
Coy?
Boy. Yeah, right.
Pick one. They were both there.
Pick
Choose
a
your
Detmer.
Detmer.
He kind of looked weird. You know, when a quarterback walks up with long sleeves and gloves, you're like, this ain't working.
Yeah,
This
you're
ain't
right.
gonna happen.
We're getting into Teddy Two Gloves
I'm gonna
territory.
say,
Yeah.
unless your name is Theodore Bridgewater.
Mhm.
He overcame that.
By the
slightly.
way, apparently I saw that Teddy Bridgewater went back to coach like his high school team,
yeah.
and they won like the AAA state championship.
Right.
And won it like 38-0.
Good for
Yeah.
him. Everyone,
Like,
And then he-
apparently he's coaching the hell out of high school.
Then he unretired. That's what I heard. He's coming back. He's gonna try to come back now.
Good God, is that Teddy Bridgewater's music?
Here's the thing: Teddy Bridgewater was like so well loved by like all of his teammates. He was like the nicest guy ever. He
Yes.
couldn't be
Couldn't
healthy,
stay healthy.
you know, right?
He's well liked. He's well
Yeah,
liked.
just stay a coach, man. Stay a coach. It's fine.
Stay golden, pony boy.
Yeah.
I'm a nice man. Yeah, I'm a nice man. I love to love 'em. I love to kick 'em. I love to shove 'em. I love to stick 'em. Love to float 'em. I love to watch 'em. I love to pick 'em. And I'm gonna kick 'em. 'Cause I'm a nice man.
Have you ever read the lyrics to Ass
No,
Man
I've
before?
No.
This is
There-
so
look,
much
the more-
louder than the Xbox.
The longer I'm at this podcast, the more I realize that there is a mountain of gender studies PhDs to be written about the attitude era of the WWE.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah.
So much.
Uh,
How
Really good.
long did that take me to get? That was pretty good, I think. You know, not
Almost
bad.
15 minutes.
that's not a call to play it again.
Oh, we don't want it now after I did all that work, Mark. All right. As soon as the lyrics started coming in,
Mark,
like, oh,
You're an
God.
ass. Mark, you're an ass, man.
All right.
Who else can we?
you
put?
turned
Where's
on you turned on Ass Man. That was fast, Mark. Come
where's,
on.
where's Jeff Jarrett? Let's get somebody else.
Oh
Oh,
no!
God.
Broke
What's
1,000 guitars.
Apropos
never
of
drew a
nothing.
dime.
True time. What was the song,
Apropos
Jeff?
of nothing, I was driving by a weird antique place near my house, and I caught it out of the corner of my eye, and I have to stop when I have a moment, but I'm pretty sure I saw a life-size Razor Ramon cutout.
No,
Whoa,
you have to get it.
that's
And if it
Please buy that.
exists,
Yeah.
You have to
if
buy
it
that.
exists, I may have to buy it.
It's going to be
that-
right in
Ryan,
that corner behind you where the shelf was.
I say, Ryan, show Mike what you got behind you.
Oh, right there is the wrestling album.
Yeah, with like
Have you
Jesse
seen that
Ventura and-
By the
Great-
way, I'm
present.
publicly calling out Mark and saying thank you for the remarkable Christmas gifts he sent to my home,
And you opened early. What are you doing?
because I had to open in front of my kids to establish dominance.
There you go.
Is that what it was?
You're welcome, sir.
Lovely.
And then
my
when it was
son
that
has been
weird
driving me
ET
nuts with the
touching
Lego.
glove.
I knew that was going to be a thing. So,
Mark got me this great book about the history of like the Lego people, whatever.
Minifigs.
Minifigs, yeah. And it comes with one. It's a little orange spaceman, like from the old 70s set Spaceman. It's dope. The moment I open that book, Grant's like, "Can I have it?" And my
Yeah.
response is, "No. No, you can't.
he belongs in the book.
It's mine now."
I can have a thing.
Maybe when you have a podcast with Mark,
Yeah,
we will get you on.
Degrassi,
Maybe
the
when you're
next
part of
generation.
when you're part of the rotating cast of thousands of Degrad Pod.
You know what? The Degrad Pod hosts. We'll have more hosts than listeners, I think.
Oh yes.
We're up to like 6 hosts.
The funny thing is, every time you talk about the Grad Pod, all I can think of was that show that was run on MTV late at night called Undressed, and that's what's in my head when you say Degrassi. And I looked it up the other day, and apparently did not know this. Christina Hendricks was in it.
Oh, wow. Really?
Hello.
Huh.
Hello.
What have we here?
Hello, what have we here?
Late night, like MTV during that era had some decent stuff. Like Celebrity Deathmatch was around then, right?
Oh, this match was great.
Was it-
It was so much fun.
I like that, and
Yeah.
And they went through that weird animation phase.
Yes.
They had like Eon Flux and the Max and all that other bullshit.
so there
Fucking
is.
Daria,
I love Daria.
which is Daria's fantastic.
I love that show.
Yeah.
Daria Pod.
Syphil and Ali. Shout out to Tully, who's the only person who ever watched that other than me. So-
Wow. You know what else MTV had? It had Wrestling Society X. And he was on it!
Tell us
Was
what
on
to
it.
do. Yeah.
Wrestling Society X.
Mr. Ass.
Like
Don't we talk about football on this podcast? What are we
Okay,
doing?
all right. Anything to say? Last week we did 10 minutes on Star Wars.
Now, in fairness, this week's game sucked.
Oh, I
Like,
know. Listen,
Uh,
folks, we're on week 16. Like,
we got to get to the playoffs desperately.
Some of these games are
There's filler
shit.
here.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
We're in like that hour 21 and a half of the Stefan Marbury 24-hour like podcast where he started eating Vaseline towards the end.
Please bring him up more. Please bring him up more, Drew. Anyone doing coitus here?
Well, there is a story about Stefan Marbury and his cousin in a truck, but we've recapped that already.
That can't be told on the air.
Nope.
That's too much. You
Parts
gave
of it,
too much
yeah.
away. You gave too much away. All right. Commanders, Eagles. Anything else to say about those guys?
Not
Commanders,
great.
10 wins for the Commanders. How
Look,
about
somebody
that?
has to win the NFC East. It might as well be the Commanders.
They're still in it, right? Or
They
did the,
technically are still in it,
Mathematically.
but
All right.
it'll be tough. It would be real tough.
I like Devontae Smith a lot. And so I hope that he has some great play winning a game for them of some import on in the future. Because I
Yeah.
don't want this to be the lasting memory of him in Philadelphia.
he owned it. I mean,
He
given that, a
absolutely
lot
did.
of guys wouldn't. Like Deontay Johnson, we will probably talk about him in a bit. I mean, total
Yes.
completely gave up on his team. He just said, like, it was my fault. I dropped it. There's no, sun was in my eyes. It
Yep.
wasn't like
Nope.
there's too much wind or weather.
I just
dropped
dropped it.
Okay.
And that happens. So good on him for owning up to it.
Good for him.
All right, moving on. Bengals somehow are still alive. They need 8,000. They had Steve Kornacki come in and break it down.
Yeah.
Here are all the counties you need to win to get this done, Bengals.
Still
They
in
got
it.
Wow, that was a topical reference, Ryan.
They-
Great job out of you.
Well, he was. I'm not kidding. He was on Sunday Night Football breaking it down.
No, they bring him
Kornacki.
in every now and again.
Yeah,
come playoff
he
time.
actually did.
He's got nothing else to do.
Yeah, right. What else? Bring him in. He was good too. He's good at this. Bengals win. They beat the Browns. They beat DTR. DTR was like bath
Yeah.
salts. I don't know who.
You look at the
Bath
Bengals,
salts. Michael Vick. I don't know.
they have a shot, but look at who they've beaten. It is
Yeah.
just the dredges this year. They've built a record by beating up crap teams, and I'm not even going to say good team, every average team they've played, they've lost to. So,
So they're Indiana.
yeah, kind of.
Kind
We'll
of
get
the
to that.
yeah, that's coming up. C block. Kind of the microcosm of the Bengals season is that one interception that they all batted up in the air and dropped. Did you see that?
Yeah.
It bats up and they keep batting it up and knocking each other out of the way and it just falls to the ground. Like, there you go. That's the Bengals season right there. They are still alive. They have to beat the Broncos
They have to win
head
out. Yep.
and win out and
Right.
have Miami and somebody else lose. I forget.
So
who
I
else.
look
Colts.
up. The
Colts have to
the
lose.
Bengals have to win out. The Colts have to lose one. The Dolphins have to lose one, and then the Broncos have to lose two. And
Yes.
if they do that, then
and
they're
one is to
actually
the
in.
Bengals.
Right? And
They
yeah, 'cause
could
do
make
play
it,
each other.
and then they would be incredibly dangerous. I would be quaking in my boots if I had to host the Bengals
Oh
in
my
the
god!
playoffs.
No. Are you kidding me?
You don't
Look
think
at that
so?
no. Look at that defense. Look at that. Look
That
how many-
offense is
No.
scary.
No.
Okay, all right. I'd be a little scared if they make it. Browns. There's nothing to say about the Browns. I mean, they're done. Their season.
They're
is
bad, and they
disaster.
continue to be bad.
They were done 5 weeks ago.
They were done a long time ago.
They were done
DTRs.
in 1999.
Yeah. I recently saw like their first game pop back up. Like their first
Oh yeah.
game was on ESPN. They got beat like 40-0 by the
Yes,
Steelers.
they got drubbed in that game by
It was
Pittsburgh.
bad. It was bad. Still bad. Bengals can make it. Next category, McConkey. Chargers has some weird ass field goal and they beat the Broncos.
So
What
like,
the
what was
fuck?
that about?
It's
Yeah.
like what's that Christopher Nolan movie no one understands?
Oh,
Inception.
you're going to have to be more specific.
I think Inception's the one you're looking
Shots.
for.
No,
Or
no.
Tenet.
Tenant.
Oh,
This
right,
was
right.
the tenant of NFL. I didn't know. People trying to explain it to me still. I don't understand it. But somehow, kick, good. Dicker the kicker. Congratulations. Last time this happened, the Chargers did it. Like 50 years ago, the Chargers did it. Oh, boy.
Dan Fouts.
Also, credit to whoever the official was who figured that out.
Yeah.
How are you?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, oh, in this very specific instance, this rule applies.
Right.
Is this like a bonus that they put out there? Like, no one's ever going to get the
Right.
free kick on time.
It's like how Guns N' Roses used to
You
put
get
the
100
Skittles thing as a rider
Yeah.
in their contract.
Just to
Yeah.
see who would do it.
Just see
Yeah.
gonna
who's
do
actually
it.
paying attention. Yep, that's a GNR rider thing.
Yeah. Congratulations to you, Raf. I don't know. Chargers win. McConkey, I don't know. Did
Well,
he do
this week
anything?
on McConkey, McConkey's partner accepts a bribe during a setup by the police commission, and because of interference by a careless cop who yearns to be a novelist, McConkey could go down with his friend.
Oh shit.
McConkey's partner this week is played by Charles Nelson Riley.
Yeah, I dig that.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
Yeah.
I for some reason the like novelists have keep coming up in movies I've been watching. Like who?
Yep.
What is this? What is this? I'm on a historic run here of Hallmark Christmas movies this year. Watched a lot of them, including Hot Frosty. Wouldn't recommend. Don't do it.
Oh, okay.
Don't do
Is
it.
DJ in
Yeah,
any of
that
them?
was-
Whatever you do, don't do a hot frosty.
Don't do a Hot Frosty, please. Don't do it.
Called a rusty.
But if you-
Venture.
But if you do, I'll talk to you about it for several hours.
That is categorically doing coitus.
Yeah.
I mean, not if you're watching it. You're not. Okay. Next
My
category.
favorite part of all those. Wait, before you go, my favorite part
Yeah.
of all those movies is the villain is always the man who says, "No, honey, I can't blow up the $10 million deal to go home this weekend. I'm going to set us up for life." That
Yeah.
guy somehow is the villain, but the
Yes.
deadbeat who stayed at home, like running a tree farm and nursing, kitty nursing home, is the
Yes.
hero.
Man, you are so dead on.
We just watched
Bullshit.
one where the guy was like he was like a janitor at a castle. I'm like, he owns the castle, and Rachel was like, stop ruining it. I'm like, that's the whole trope of everything. Of course he owns the castle, and he owned the castle.
Of course.
But later on, the novelist,
Is that anything
that's
like
my-
Joe Millionaire, the world's
Yeah,
greatest reality
yes.
show?
Yes, the novelist,
Joe
who's the main
Millionaire
character.
pod.
Novelist is living in Scotland trying to buy a castle, and she becomes friends with these three other women. Yes, amazing.
Okay.
Novelist becomes friends with three other women, and at one point she says the line, "Don't worry, I'm paying for all of your mortgages." Like, what
All right.
kind
Wow.
of
How did she write?
fucking bullshit
Yeah.
is this? Oh god!
Does it have the
All right.
publishing rights to the Bible?
I guess.
Was,
What
I know-
novelist
I
has
know-
that kind of money?
I know DJ's in a lot of those Hallmark
No,
movies.
she
Was
is.
she in that
Well,
one?
No, it was Brooke Shields
Oh my
and
god.
Carrie Elwes.
Oh shit.
That guy.
Who
Yeah.
are real people?
That
Holy-
guy.
Well, yeah.
Sort of.
Brooke Shields. See, the modern twist is that Brooke Shields will now pay your mortgage with OnlyFans.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Who remembers the Blue Lagoon?
Oh boy! All right, the hat is forward because the
Yeah.
Raiders won.
They sure did. And you know what? As I was saying to Mark before all this, or to Ryan before all this, At first, I was disappointed because I was like, crap, I need that draft pick. But on the other hand, this pretty much ensures that they won't get Shedeur Sanders unless they do something increasingly dumb, which would be their own fault. So I'm okay falling back to 6 here. I really am. You could end up with Travis Hunter in the deal.
Oh my God, yeah, that would be
Wow.
real nice.
Brock Bowers and Travis Hunter on the same
What-
team. That'd be.
Do we know what the draft looks like right now?
I think the Raiders would
Yes.
be 6.
Let's pull it up.
Raiders are 6, Giants are 1. So it's Giants, Pats, Jags, Titans, Browns, Raiders, Panthers, Jets, Bears, Saints, and my 49ers at 11.
Oh, Titans are going to get such a
Wow.
great offensive tackle.
Offensive tackle from Texas.
Oh,
They
yeah,
might be
right.
able to. It might be like hatching Zerglings. They might be able to take 2 with 1 pick.
Yeah, perfect. Also, Michigan has some really good defensive tackles. I think that also might be a possibility.
Yeah, he really.
Yes,
is.
they're going to
Defensive
take that
tackle or
400
offensive tackle.
They're going to take that 450-pound kid from Florida.
Every
Can we-
Titans fan agrees. Offensive tackle or defensive tackle, right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Their
I literally
defense
spoke to
is
one
Swiss
tonight.
cheese, though.
Who was just like, I can't, they're going to, his exact phrase was, they're going to pick some stupid goddamn lineman. They all know.
I will
We all
be
know.
very. I'm.
Can't wait
we
for
do.
the can't wait for the live draft.
I cannot. If Travis Hunter is on the board and the Titans pass on him, Killer Greg's reaction will be something that everyone needs to watch because he will lose his shit at that one.
What was the draft Kyle Pitts was in? What year was that?
That was 21, I think.
You need to go back and look at that draft.
Yeah.
Go back and look at the draft where Kyle Pitts was picked 4th. And
My-
all the people who were picked after him. It's nuts. You wonder why the Falcons are in the position that they're in. It's because they picked Kyle Pitts 4th.
Let's see.
there's a
At
little-
5, Jamar Chase. At 6,
Oh.
Jalen Waddle.
Oh,
At 12, Micah Parsons.
yeah.
Yeah, but there is a little bit of
Darius Tony, football terrorist.
Ah, they didn't pick him. They didn't pick him. Could have been worse.
There is a little bit of but they sold the car here with the Falcons. They woke up this morning and found themselves in first place.
Yeah, they did, but they could have had Jamar Chase.
It's also true. Yeah, and Desmond Ritter still would have thrown the ball to him.
Oh God.
Nothing would be different for them.
Look at this. That 2021 draft class is terrible.
Pretty good. In 2021, I thought it was pretty good.
Trevor Lawrence,
Penny Sewell.
Zach Wilson,
They could have had
Trey
Penny
Lance,
Sewell.
Kyle Pitts. Yeah, and then
Everything
the next
after
3
Kyle
were good.
Pitts.
Then it picks right up.
Penny
Yeah.
Sewell. They could have had Penny Sewell.
Mac Jones.
Ugh.
Kadarius
Speaking of Mac
Toney,
Jones,
football terrorist.
somehow the Jags did not win this game. And what are the Jags doing? I don't understand. Why
waiting
is
to
Doug
move to
Peterson?
London.
Why does Doug Peterson still have a job at this point? I don't understand this. Okay. The category is stupid. The Colts are in stupid all the time. They somehow won this game, but then almost lost the game
Mhm.
to the Titans, to Greg's Titans, Greg B's Titans. Mason Rudolph started off rough, started bringing him back,
Mhm.
almost completed the comeback on stupid Colts. Jonathan Taylor decided to hold on to the ball this time when he crossed the goal line several times. They can run it. They can't throw it.
Nope. Mason Rudolph also threw a completely wretched interception while
Yes,
he was
he
at
did.
it too. So
Yes, he did. He did.
Look at the Colts schedule. Like they could, as much as we say the Bengals could get in, the Colts could very
still get
easily
in.
get into the playoffs, and that is
And they're going to
Real
get
sad.
smoked if
Oh,
they
I
do.
know. Like, look at who they play. It's like the Giants and the Jaguars. Those are the last 2 games.
Oh,
mean,
they
that's-
should get in.
They should get in.
Oh,
if
God.
the Broncos lose out, I don't think the
Just-
Broncos are going to lose out. But
yeah, but let's say the Colts get in and the Broncos get in. Is that going to be the worst playoff game ever?
Yeah. Might
not
Seriously.
for the Bills sitting at number 2, it won't be. So, come on down. What are you two?
Let's smoke you. I don't know. There's not more to say. Let's talk about Mark's Rams. Mark's Rams. Sure.
X Rams. Mark's X Rams. Thank you.
The
Commanders
Rams are-
might be listening. I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, you got two. You're like AC Slater. You got two girls at the same time, baby.
There's no rings. There's no
Yeah.
rings on any
Right.
of these teams, so it doesn't
Oh.
matter.
It's true.
You got a science partner on one side, and you got Jesse on the other side. Mark's Rams beat the Jets. Poochie beat Poochie. Poochie.
Oh, Poochie had a lot to say after this game, though.
Yes, he did.
Holy shit.
What did he say?
Mm.
He's basically said, like, he unprovoked
I
talked
heard he
about
went-
how it's like, I've never been cut before, but if that were to happen, I think it's kind of funny. I would just think it's funny that they would cut me. It's like, fuck.
Like he's
you.
asking to be cut so he can go to a better
Right.
team.
The fact that he's even bringing it up is basically like, go ahead and cut me.
He also drove the nail when he said, "I've also never been cut by a teenager before."
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, I forgot. he
Although
said
it will be convenient for Jets fans when Kirk Cousins is the quarterback. They can just take the Rodgers nameplate off the back
Yeah.
of their
100%.
8 jerseys and just slap a
Put-
Cousins right on there.
Keep
We
the
haven't
8.
we haven't done the podcast since that article came out about the Jets, which is pretty fucking damning.
Yeah, talk about that. Let's bring that up now.
I mean, a lot of stuff came out on that, most notably that Woody Johnson's teenage sons, which, by the way,
Rick.
gross.
Why does he have
Yeah,
teenage
I
sons?
thought that-
He's like
I thought that too.
Ambassador Johnson is
77
how
years
old?
old.
Right, gross.
Gross.
He's letting
His son is named Brick.
I know his son is named Brick, but like, he's not
Really,
taking-
that's the part that tripped. That's the part that tripped you up
I
in all
can't get
this.
past it. He's not a Brick. He's not a Steiner. Why is he named Brick?
Like the kid from the middle.
If it was Brick Steiner, like Rick Steiner's son, I would have accepted that.
By the way, the middle underrated show.
And then
Okay.
Brick's son is named Crick. And they just go through
Yeah, right. Just go down. Dick.
the next kid down. Dick.
Future owner of the Jets, Dick. Ambassador Dick.
He's letting his sons like have a lot of influence over the team and letting them. You had that horrible story about like Aaron Rodgers wanted to give a game ball, and one of the kids like let out a Howard Dean-esque scream and gave it away to like some other like Devontae Adams, and then kind of left Rodgers out in the dust. Like Rodgers is a shit human, but like
He comes off kind of clean in that article.
he kind of does, yeah. And by the way, this article, no way, this isn't Saleh and Joe Douglas talking through this report.
Why
I mean,
wouldn't you? Why
yeah,
wouldn't
right.
you?
There's
Yeah,
nobody
fuck
who
the
would know
Jets.
this happened other than those two. So
What was the story that Brick told Woody
not to go
that-
after Jerry Judy,
Not to trade
because
for
his
Jerry
Madden rating was too low?
right? His Madden
Makes sense.
rating was too low.
Madden rating.
Well, look. This is a garbage franchise run by garbage people, and I remember seeing something recently where like Bill Bell, I think they were at the Meadowlands, and Bill Belichick and Bill Parcells were there, and like, oh, you guys are both parts, integral parts of the Jets organization. Let's go to that locker room and have a conversation. And they're both like, why the fuck would we want to go in there?
But
Yeah.
Bill
They both
interviewed
like,
there.
Fuck the Jets.
I
Bill
think he
interviewed with
inquired. I
them.
don't think he interviewed. I think he inquired whether
He
they
talked
were-
to them. He
Yeah,
talked to the
right.
Jets.
Wait,
Supposedly.
recently or the first time
No,
he was their coach for
recently.
8?
Recently, Bill
before
talked
he
to the
went to North
Jets.
Carolina. Yeah.
Yeah, he talked to the Jets before this happened. Are they the dip of the week?
The Jets.
Yeah.
Woody Johnson's
I mean-
teenage sons.
Rick, dip of the week?
There might be 2 dips of the week.
Son Dip decided
Double
that we
dip.
shouldn't trade
It's a
for
double
Jerry-
dip. The double dip of the week.
The funny thing about it is there's many reasons you shouldn't trade for Jerry Judy.
Yeah. Right.
A lot of reasons probably, but Madden rating would be low on the list.
I'm curious what happens over the next 2 weeks with Aaron Rodgers. Like I assume he's going to keep playing, but like that
Yeah.
interview, man, that was pretty much phoning it in. I mean,
Yeah, I have an idea. I don't know if we want to agree to that. It's not the DeGrod pod, but it's an idea. I feel like we need to do something, make picks or something, make predictions, maybe playoffs, and the loser has to watch the Aaron Rodgers documentary on Netflix and give a book report about it on the podcast.
I like
Ryan,
it.
I do believe that may be against the Geneva Convention. I'm gonna have to look into that. That's the kind of shit they do to prisoners at Gitmo.
My wife actually watched that. She watched it. I'm like, what are you doing?
Ugh.
Why would you? She's like, he's
She
really
loves the
messed.
drama.
She goes, he's really messed up. Like, you think? The drones, Rachel, the drones. He's really
Look,
worried about
man,
it.
he went on that ayahuasca retreat and he lost his damn mind, like everyone else who's done that drug. Like that seems to be like the I went off the reservation drug.
Yeah,
You're right.
literally. That's my idea. Someone has to watch it from this show and be the
I like it.
representative. Is it a playoff? Playoff
Yeah.
picks?
There we
What?
go.
Is it-
Playoff.
Whoever loses the playoff, winner gets nothing. Loser has to watch this shit, and then the three of us win. The rest of us win.
So, 75% winning percentage.
Yeah, right.
That's
You
those are
can
Hall of Fame
win.
numbers,
Most
baby.
of the time, you can win.
That's
But
Shula-esque.
one will lose. One person will lose big.
4-man enter, 3-man leave.
And if it's a tie, you have to watch it together.
share a screen. Actually, that got a fun.
Just
Oh,
MST3K the shit.
must
out
be-
of it.
yeah, Mr. Science, this one.
All right. And we'll workshop that, but I think that's my idea. Okay. Well, Jets, Brick. We'll see what Brick thinks about that. Maybe Brick will like that idea.
Future owner Brick.
Brick.
Like a co-emperor with his brother.
Ah,
Look, I still think my conspiracy theory that Rogers is tanking the organization from the inside because they made a COVID vaccine is not a zero chance.
Higher than zero. Yep.
He's not happy. He doesn't like that still. He's worried about Ryan Clark and what his vaccination.
You remember, you can't
record is.
talk to him unless you tell him your vax status. That was,
Oh
that was
my
another thing he
God.
said. Yeah.
I hate this guy. All right, next category is the number
Fucking
one
hate you.
seed? Question mark. The Vikings win. They're 13-2. We haven't talked about this team at all. They're 13-2, except for Drew.
Yeah.
Drew's
Peasants.
Vikings.
Dad,
Drew's
Dad, when am I
Vikings.
going to get to play quarterback again?
Never. I'm watching McConkey. McConkey's partner's in it.
How come
Dear
Brick
God.
Johnson? How come Brick Johnson's not saying trade for McConkey?
He should be. His man rating must be good.
Oh,
Go to
yeah.
the roof. The Seahawks are dumb. The Vikings aren't.
Nope.
See, I hate this Seahawks team. My
I know, I
God.
do
I
too.
know
They,
you
they,
do.
hu- they hung around, though, which was a little,
Yeah.
I guess a
DK
good sign for them. I don't know.
DK Metcalf caught a touchdown pass, and
Yeah.
the announcers ridiculed him because he hasn't done anything since like week 7. They're like,
But he's been hurt. Like, it's not like it's like that, the soft tissue shit where he's like in and out of practice. Like, get off this fucking guy's back.
I don't know, they were
I
all
remember
over
when
him.
I remember when he pantomimed peeing on a football field at Ole Miss.
I like DK Metcalf.
Seahawks are stupid. Vikings are 13-2. They conceivably can get the number 1 seed, which is
Yeah.
insane.
And here's a great thing: the last week,
Lions and Vikings.
Lions and
Lions
Vikings.
and
That's
Love it.
the NFL's dream right there. That is, oh
That's
my
a wet
god.
dream for Roger.
Yeah, there's 3 games that gets flexed on the because week 18 doesn't have any times yet or dates,
Right.
and there's
Right.
only 3 games that get flexed. 2 go to Saturday, and then there's that one 8:00 Sunday game. There's no way this Vikings Lions game isn't one of those 3.
Yeah, right.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's the last game. If it's the
Right.
8:00 Sunday.
8:00 on Sunday, because this is the one everybody wants. So,
Oh, I hope that they have the same record. That'd be awesome.
oh yeah, I'm rooting for them both to win this week or lose. If they want to do that, that's fine too.
Yeah. Category weird. Bills and Pats game was weird. What the hell? What was going on here? Patriots really wanted to win this one. Bills
came to
didn't
play.
Josh Allen was drunk.
seem to care. It was weird.
They do this. The Bills do this all the fucking time,
They
and it drives me
played
nuts.
down.
Like, going
they
into this
still won.
game, they still won. And
They still
listen,
won.
an ugly win is better than a pretty loss. So I will take a win any day. But they always do this thing where, especially if they come off a really big game, they like even going into this, McDermott was basically rested 6 starters on defense. He 3 out of the 4 secondary players weren't there, didn't play in this game. Rested a linebacker, Milano didn't play. And it's not like they couldn't play. He was just like, like they need an extra day. And it's just like he could tell like he wasn't taking the Patriots seriously. And I hate that. And they do it all the time. And they almost got bit in the ass for it. But this game, I'll tell you what, I was talking to somebody at work about this. This reminded me as a Bills fan when the Bills used to play the Patriots, like reverse everything, right? When they play the Patriots of the Belichick era, and the Bills would be up like 14-0, and I'd be feeling so good about it. And then the Patriots just found a way at the end to just fucking rip it away. And it was a lot of that was because of talent. A lot of that was because of coaching. It just is reversed now. It's like, you know, no matter how I thought Drake May played very well. I thought they had a really good run game. The Patriots did. But like the talent, and I've said it all year, the talent just is not there. I think it will be. And I think they're going to get better quicker, unfortunately, because I fucking hate the Patriots. But they were up for the challenge and the Bills weren't. And the Bills just kind of talented it out, I guess.
They overcame. They have to play the Patriots again, too.
Yeah, in 2 weeks. Yeah, or a week, I guess, after they play. Yeah.
That's funny.
And division games are always fucking wacky. And, you know.
Right.
But I'll take
You
a
did
win.
say that. I said they were going to smash them, and you said division game. I don't
Division
think so.
games, man. They're fucking weird.
Yeah,
They're fucking
they are
weird.
They won it, though. Thanks to James Cook's 80-yard run or whatever that was.
Very good.
He's very good.
So he's funny. So he's 2 rushing touchdowns away from getting OJ out of the record books for most touchdowns in a single Bills season. Now, granted, OJ did it in
14
games. So, I mean, like, obviously there's that. But
That's insane.
I know. It's crazy. Anything.
You know what else OJ did?
I heard.
Killed his ex-wife.
I heard rumors.
That was in honor of Norm Macdonald, by the way.
If the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit, Mike.
Anything we can do to get his name out of any record that he still has, I would love that. So I'm rooting for James Cook 2 more touchdowns to get him out of there, to get he who shall not be named's name off the record books.
My God. Okay, it's time for. Oh boy, I'm so sorry. Your team's a dumpster fire. At least those bandages will keep you warm. Those lucky devils in comas don't have to watch this shit show anymore. You fired your medical staff into the sun, but it was just too late. It proves the chance of a championship will always be second rate. 49ers, oh 49ers, your quarterback still lives with his mom. 49ers, oh 49ers, Mike's never gonna go back to being calm. Ah, rain cloud appeared over your
I
head.
feel like the end is going to be go back to Vietnam.
Yeah, why not?
Why
Why not? Debo Samuel was upset.
Get him out.
He was
Fuck
very
Debo.
Charlie.
Fuck Debo.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see he finally.
Charlie's in the
Finally
trees.
gives a rat's ass when they were fucking eliminated from the playoffs.
Oh,
Fuck
Debo ain't going to be
Fuck
on this team
Debo.
next year. That's not a shot.
Charlie's in the trees.
Trade him. There's got to be somebody will take Debo at this. Miami always needs a fast receiver.
You know Debo's going to be awesome, whatever team he goes to next, and he cares.
Great, whatever. Goodbye. Just
I
fucking
don't think
go.
so. I think
It's going
Debo's
to be
done.
awesome. Yeah, he would be awesome on the Dolphins. Actually, trade Tyreek Hill for Debo. Straight
Oh, yeah,
up.
Tyreek. That'd go great with
Tyreek
Tyreek.
gone. Did you see that tweet he put out?
Yeah.
Coach,
I was
I'm
dead.
out. I'm out, coach.
Yeah.
And Mike McDaniel's like, okay, sure, whatever. I don't know. Fuck it.
Please. Is that a promise? Please.
I'm living on a mountain of cocaine. I don't care at all. Yeah. The 49ers went in this game with a lot of injuries. They also went in knowing they couldn't make the playoffs anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They were eliminated. So they laid down against the Dolphins. Defensively,
They've also
especially.
shut down half their offensive line for the rest of the year.
It's ugly. It's ugly now.
Oh well.
You got to reset.
We get a top 15 pick.
That's criminal.
We're on to next year.
And you don't need a quarterback because that's the only thing. This year sucks for quarterbacks, but line talent's pretty good.
Which is what we need.
Yeah,
We
what
need to
what
address
is
the
your
line.
is it an offensive line pick? Is that
Yeah.
what it is?
Yeah.
All right.
They have enough weapons on offense. The defense
Yeah.
is not. The defense needs to be coached better. The
Here's a
talent
question.
is there.
Here's a question. You trade Debo. What do you get back?
I don't care if we get back a 3-week-old submarine sandwich.
What? I'm
I
sorry.
don't
What?
give a shit. It's
I don't think you're going to get much for Debo at this point.
You don't think
maybe
you get at least a second round pick for Debo? Samuel?
No,
I was going to say
No.
third
third or
third's
fourth.
a stretch.
Yeah.
because the contract goes with him.
and he's old. I mean, he's
How old is he?
over 30.
Is he?
No, he can't be.
He's not
Debo?
over. He's
He
not.
wasn't
over
in South
30.
Carolina that long ago.
He's not over 30.
28.
Oh, okay.
He's only 28. Second round pick.
Fourth rounder. Conditionally, maybe turns into a third.
I actually think that's not a bad trade. Tyreek Hill straight up for Debo. Why not?
They're both
Right.
about. You're just dealing one headache for another.
Another,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I don't want to.
I know.
I don't want to have a stroke, Ryan. That's why.
Yeah, right. I'm upset.
We're not
Somebody's
talking
making
about
more-
Karen. This isn't Karen Romeo Dobbs we're talking
No,
about.
but Tyreek has a lot of shared similarities. I don't like that Jalen Waddle has more money than me, or Tua has more money. Give me money. Money, please.
I have 48 children to support.
He has a lot of kids, Mark.
Fucking Tyreek.
Have some sympathy on this guy.
No. I have sympathy for Jalen Waddle on that.
You sound like
You shouldn't put
Tyreek's
up.
pullout game is weak.
Yeah.
one of my favorite impressions you've ever done. You sound like Bruce Pritchard doing an impression of.
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn, motherfucker!
Double cheeseburger. Double cheese. Double mayo. Fuck you.
Bruce Pritchard doing an impression.
Motherfucker.
Oh God! Of
Fucking tooth motherfucker.
oh my God! It's my favorite thing. My favorite impression you dropped on me. Oh my God. Okay. 49ers are out. Anything? What else do you want to do?
I don't
What else
care
do you,
anymore.
What else do you want to do?
With the 11th pick in the draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Atticus Sappington.
Yeah,
kicker, Oregon
baby. NIL deal.
Yes, we need a fucking kicker. Jake Moody should be put on the same rocket with the medical staff.
Oh no. All right.
Jake Moody cannot be the kicker next season.
I don't think he's
wasn't
going
bad
to be.
last year.
I don't think that's an issue.
Yeah, no.
Every kicker is hurt. Did you notice that? Like every kick, like
Every
Young Wei
kicker is
Koo
hurt.
is hurt, and also
Right.
there's 17 Carlsons kicking this week. Have we
Well,
not
yeah.
learned the Carlsons can't kick?
They're all getting hurt because they're all being forced to donate blood to the
Yeah.
bath that Justin Tucker is going to take, like Madame Bathory, in blood to try and regain his power.
Yeah. Right.
Ooh, a Grammatica.
Mike Kingdom for Janikowski or Grammatica. Mike Kingdom for a Grammatica.
Listen,
Jade York was back, guys.
I
Jade
saw
York.
it, and he fucked up immediately.
Yeah.
Isn't a Grammatica on his way? Isn't there a
Yes,
senior
yes.
Grammatica
There's
somewhere?
Yeah.
one at South Florida because they
There's a
all went to
Grammatica.
South Florida.
That's great. We need
Grammatica.
more Grammaticas.
Nico is the
Of
present
course his name is
Grammatica in
Nico.
college.
Grammatica
The present.
is the plural of Grammatica.
Not the past or the future. He's the present.
The Grammaticas are on their way. Don't worry, NFL.
The present.
Hold on.
Speaking of Primus songs, here come the Grammaticas.
Primus getting a lot of love this one.
Send in the Grammaticas.
Category stuff happened. Chiefs over Texans. I don't know if
Fuck
there's
you,
much to
Chiefs.
say here. Tank Dell died on the field. That
Ooh.
was scary.
That was gross.
That was
That
gross.
sucked.
CJ Stroud was-
used to have a leg.
He tore his ACL
Yeah.
and he dislocated or
Hit
broke
his-
his knee.
Dislocated his kneecap.
Oh
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
God.
It's
I'm frankly
bad.
surprised it wasn't worse.
Yeah, right. And then they claim Deontay Johnson because that'll solve that problem.
Yeah, that'll.
Like
Oh,
the
the
biggest
cancer of all
malcontent.
cancers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
put him in the
right.
room with Stefan Diggs. That'll go
Yeah.
great.
Oh, them together. Maybe
Oh,
that'll
yeah.
cancel each other out. They'll just complain to each other.
Yeah.
And that's the plan here. Deontay Johnson, I was upset when he got traded. I was like, what the fuck are you trading him for, Panthers? Obviously, there was something going on behind the scenes
Yeah,
where they're
right.
like, we got to get him out of here. And then he reared his head in Baltimore. Like,
As tends to happen in Carolina, he may have said racist things about Mushin Muhammad.
oh, come on. Leave Moose alone. God damn it.
I love Moose. There were other people on that roster who loved Moose less.
Yeah.
Was it Kerry Collins?
No
Wow.
comment.
He was drunk the whole time, so he doesn't remember it. He played better when he was drunk. That was my joke. He played better when he was drunk. As soon as he got
He's the
sober, it
David
was
Wells
worse.
of the NFL.
Yeah, and once he got sober, it was worse. He quit the Panthers. I will never forget that. He quit the Panthers. Like, I quit. Who quits an NFL team? What are you doing? All right, stuff happens.
Who's his buckets? Antonio Brown. He's quit
Yeah.
a couple of teams.
All right, a bunch. The stuff happens. The Ravens beat the Steelers.
Good game.
Okay. Derrick Henry's back on track.
Yep. Right.
Steelers.
Yeah,
Steelers got a big game. I'm telling you on this. So
Yeah.
Christmas, it's Steelers hosting the Chiefs. Like if they want to still win this division, that's a must win, and that's a tough game to have a must win again.
Yeah,
That's
I
gonna be
won't
tough.
say that I was surprised the Ravens beat the Steelers. I will say that I was surprised in the manner in which they controlled the game for the
Yeah, me
majority
too.
of it.
Me
It
too.
was not that close.
No, it wasn't.
I'm
Maybe
very
Christmas
curious to
Day
see.
when the Chiefs' satanic magic finally runs it.
Yeah,
I'm very curious to see how Tomlin reacts to that because usually he's good in those bounce back games. That's kind of been his MO as a career. So, but I mean, you have to play the Chiefs. That's a tough call.
Gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Gonna
They
be
haven't
tough.
scored 30 points this season. It's the worst.
They almost did this
incarnation of the
time.
Chiefs. It is
They
the
almost
worst incarnation of the Chiefs. And I don't know.
Category is sure. It's the Falcons. Michael Penix comes in,
Old man Penix.
and
Kirk
he
Cousins
looks.
for-
Let me tell you, young whippersnappers,
Kirk Cousins,
around the football.
Get off my lawn.
Kirk Cousins
This is
replaced
my
by his
turf.
father, Michael Penix.
Yeah, right.
Look, you young shits. I have an onion on my belt, which is the style at the time, and that just told the offensive line stories. that didn't go anywhere.
I knew Y.A. Tittle, and he was a dick.
You kind of wanted to
Frank
Paul Heyman
Gifford.
there.
Frank Gifford used to carry my piss bucket. Ironically, that's what I also called his wife.
Nah, old piss bucket. Welcome. Well, that
Hey,
wins.
piss bucket, get over here.
Merry
That
Christmas,
wins.
Chris Bucket.
That wins. Oh my god. Frank Gifford used to carry my piss bucket. The Falcons.
It sounds like the name of a Henry Rollins song.
Yes, it does. Piss bucket. Oh, piss
What's your
bucket.
favorite Misfits? What's your favorite Misfits song? Frank Gifford carries my piss bucket.
Piss bucket. What do you want to say about Falcons Giants? Falcons
Nothing.
defense, 2 pick
Nothing.
sixes. Drew Lock, come on, man,
No,
get him
this
out of
guy,
there.
dude.
Save
Dream
Drew
is dead.
Lock.
From
Save Drew
what?
Lock.
For what?
Dream is dead.
Yes.
I am curious to see
team
what happens
sucks.
with the Giants because, like, they have the number 1 overall pick right now, right? You'd think they'd take a quarterback because they knew it, but do they? Is the allure of Arch too strong? Do they see him
No.
on the horizon and
No.
think like, oh, maybe Travis Hunter here?
No, because here's the thing. There's no
There's no guarantee.
promise that Arch comes out next year.
Yep, that's true. But if
So
it was the
he'll-
Giants, you don't think he would?
No.
You
No, I
sign
don't
Kirk
think it's-
Cousins.
I
You draft Travis Hunter.
Does Arch come out now?
He can't. He's not eligible.
No, he's not yet.
Redshirt
Okay,
freshman.
one more
only
year.
2 years. He could come out after next year, redshirt sophomore,
Yep.
but that wouldn't be in keeping with the Manning MO.
Oh man. No, you're right. But if the Giants,
There's nothing like he could come out next year, but there's
Yeah.
nothing that guarantees that he will. And boy, if you're an NFL franchise, that would take a lot of commitment to
Mhm.
recognize to put that many resources into something that might not happen.
yeah, that's fair.
But isn't that exactly something that the Giants would do?
Maybe that I
Yeah.
won't deny. And there's
That'll
a
be
whole
fun.
like, listen, well, maybe we'll get into it more later, but there's a whole like, Ewers has said he probably won't come out.
Yeah, I heard that.
So if Ewers goes back to
Yeah.
Texas, which seems unlikely because I would think that Texas would want to start Arch, and all of a sudden Ewers is going to end up at Oregon. But who the hell knows? I'm all in on starting the march for Arch, but I feel like it's a bad decision. There's no guarantee he comes out after next year.
And moving to Oregon worked for Bo Nix.
Yes.
True.
And Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, right. It'll work for him too. Do the Giants trade the number 1 pick?
No, I think you
I
take
don't
Cam
think they can.
Ward.
I think you
I
take
think
Cam
that's
Ward.
right.
That's what I do.
Cam Ward is ready. Like he's great in front of the cameras. He's a
Yep.
business major. Dude's
He's a
smart.
kid.
People love him. He's a team captain. Like there's a lot to like about Cam Ward. So
He went to Incarnate Word. I mean, come on.
right.
The Giants are stupid though.
They are stupid. And
They've shown it
as they said
over and
last
over.
year, the specter of Shador hangs over the NFL this
perilously
offseason.
over them.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. I don't have to pick him. Thank God. Kyle Pitts stinks.
Yes, he does.
All right, that's all. I yield my time on the Falcons. I yield my time. Penix, I don't yield my time. Penix was fine. He was fine.
Yeah, he was
He
fine.
played-
He was all right.
He played against
fine.
the Giants. He was
Yeah.
fine. Category. What? The Cowboys showed signs of life, and they beat the Buccaneers.
This was more of the Bucks shitting the bed.
Shitting the
This-
bed.
Oh my
Yes.
They
god!
pooped the bed. They poochied the
This
way
is a
through the final
fireable
play.
offense for what's his buckets.
Tide Bowls.
Yeah,
He should have been fired a long time ago.
they literally controlled their own destiny. They had all they had. I mean, they had an easy path to win that division, and now it's completely thrown into.
How did they
fuckery.
lose this game?
I
How
know.
did they lose
How
this
did
game?
they lose this game?
That's why it's what? Like, come on, you should have beat freaking Cooper Rush. Give me a break. But they don't. They fumble it. They literally fumble their season
Fumble
away.
Yep.
Quick update on the Saints Packers. They're back from halftime. It's still 21-0. Spencer Rattler, he's doing better. He's got 72 yards passing.
Have we had a shutout this year? I can't remember one.
Good question.
Yeah, didn't the Jets get shut out?
I mean that everything you're saying seems accurate.
It makes a lot of sense, but we don't know for sure.
Right.
Makes a lot of sense. All right, next category.
Caleb's dead. It's gonna be so sad.
Yes, he is. The Bears get killed by the Lions. Caleb's dad is on to Billy Williams, though. He's on
Yes.
to Billy
Bring on Billy D.
In my
G.
mind,
No.
this game was like the Bills just taking the Lions' hornet nest, shaking it, and then shucking it at Chicago. So Lions
Yeah.
played pissed in this game.
They were
Yeah, they
angry,
did.
and they even pulled out a play which was a fake. How do you describe this? A fake fumble?
Fake stumble. It's the
Yeah.
fall stall play for the old tight ends, except it's your quarterback.
I pulled it
Goff.
off better.
Mark
Turn-
knows the fall stall play.
Yeah, I was great at the fall stall.
He pretends to fall over. Jameer Gibbs pretends to dive for the ball.
Yep.
And then they're fine. and
That's
they
what
just throw-
sells it, honestly.
They throw a touchdown.
Somewhere
Diving
Dave
for the
Moore,
fumble.
Dave Moore is just clapping. This is
Absolutely.
the king of the tight end fall stall.
Oh my god. Well, the Lions kill the Bears. Oh, the Bears season is ugly.
Yeah, I think, man, do they have a chance? Who? Oh no. I just looked. I'm like, I don't think they have a chance to win the rest of this year. The
I don't
Bears.
think so.
Yeah.
This is gonna be tough. They've lost a lot of
Man.
games in a row now here.
Remember
Can't
going
wait
into
for-
the season, they had so many weapons and
I know.
a revamped defense. Wretched.
Yeah.
Soon.
Proof as ever that
You
we don't know
remember
anything about
that?
anything.
You remember when that happened? Beginning of the season, and I was really depressed.
Teams are dumpster fire.
Not anymore, because we won. We beat the fucking Cardinals. Suck on that, Kyler Murray. Go play Call of Duty in the offseason. See ya.
In the
We
battle of
eliminate-
the tiny titans.
In the battle of mini quarterbacks. You talked about minifigs earlier.
No matter what, both were going to come up short, but somehow the Carolina Panthers
We
eked out
win,
a
baby.
victory.
That's four.
Yeah.
That's four
By the way-
wins.
By the way, a quick glance at all the scores over the season. There has not been a shutout this year.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, maybe we'll get one tonight. Sorry, Saints fans.
Oh, you know what I think about
And
the
singular.
You know what I think about the Cardinals?
I'm a nice man.
Take that, Kyler.
Play Road Dog.
Oh, you didn't know? That's faster. Your ass better call somebody, Kyler Murray.
My name is Road
Uh,
Dog. My thing is, I spell my name.
So did Jeff Jarrett, and he was Jeff Jarrett's roadie for a long time, so it makes sense.
Never drew a dime.
No, Jeff. What was Jeff's song again?
Did he have a song?
Yes, he
he
was going to
did.
sing it for a long time.
With
and
My Baby Tonight.
With My Baby Tonight.
Yeah, which was actually sung by Road Dogg, like in real life. That
yes.
the
that was the gimmick too. Like he was filling in like Milli Vanilli.
Yeah. I'm forgetting his real name right now, but yeah, he actually sang that song. Road
You're
Dogg.
forgetting whose real name? Jeff Jarrett?
No, Road Dogg. I know Jeff Jarrett's real name is.
Brian something? Right?
Brian Armstrong.
Yeah, that's it. Brian
Yeah.
Armstrong. Doesn't matter. Panthers win. That's what matters.
You just doxed Jeff Jarrett on the podcast.
Oh no.
I love Jeff Jarrett. I don't want to do that.
That's JE double F. JA double R. GTT.
Okay. Segment time. We've got to bring in some broadcasting moments. Real quick. Here they are. Beginning with this guy. Hello.
God bless him.
Oh.
Big Chungus.
God bless
Oh
him.
my God.
That's a huge bitch.
Look at the terror written on the face of number 4 as he tries to decipher how to deal with this.
Oh my God.
My favorite thing about watching this game was when this happened.
So-
Shortly after the broadcast wanted this man to win the game. They wanted him back in.
How could you not want that?
And how could you not?
Also, there was
And I love-
a play earlier in this game that hasn't made quite as much noise on social media, but was worth it, where in stopping a quarterback run, this gentleman for Florida just picked up the opposing quarterback and held him aloft until the whistle was blown.
How is
I
this
like how
guy
down
not-
here on the right hand side you see the picture of the bulldozer. King of the hill.
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
I cannot tell if this guy's going to make it in the NFL. Like he's so
Oh,
big.
come on.
He's
Don't
so
think so.
unathletic. But somebody in the 7th round won't take this guy.
As somebody
huge.
who follows college football, he is a senior at Florida who is a backup. He ain't
Yeah.
going anywhere.
Oh, I think so. I think a training camp invite at least.
I mean,
for this guy.
UFL, he could get a shot. Somebody might
Yeah.
take him in, see if they could make him lose literally 75 pounds
Yeah.
and turn him into a nose tackle.
My God.
But
What
at
a joy.
450, and his feet aren't terrible as you see because he can run the ball. But at
Yeah,
450,
they ran into him.
at 450, not going to happen. At some point, he
Yeah.
just becomes a liability.
Right.
Here's Ben Johnson's play of the fake fumble. Real quick. Oh. Nope. Sorry, Bears.
Why
Wide
did they
open.
waste this play up on the Bears?
I know.
That's a great
15?
question.
Yeah.
That is a great question, actually.
Save that.
Why
shit
did they
for
do
the
that?
playoffs?
Why would they do that?
Yeah.
Because it's the Bears and they want to clown those fuckers. All right,
Well,
Joe
who
Burrow. Joe Burrow is on a run, man.
Yeah.
This Bengals team.
That is a
This-
Renaissance painting right there.
Look at this. He threw a touchdown like this. Look at this thing. Let's zoom in a little.
Should be in the MVP conversation. He won't win it because the Bengals are horrible.
The Bengals
but,
are
like,
wretched.
yeah, right.
Look at this guy. He threw a touchdown like that. They might still make it.
Joe Burrow is going to end up being the Mike Trout of the NFL. He's
Yeah.
going to languish at a horrible franchise, and if he was on a competent team, he'd be a first ballot Hall of Famer and no one would think twice about it.
Drew, when we were in high school, didn't we say Jerome McGinley was like the last man out of Saigon or something
Yes.
like that?
Yes.
Yes,
Kinlaw.
'cause he was like the last 50 goal scorer stuck in
Right.
Calgary.
And he was just stuck in Calgary for the longest time.
Poor Jerome. His daughter just played against RPI.
Oh,
His
yeah?
daughter plays for
fun.
Brown, I think, or something like
He's
that.
got
Really?
a son. He's got a son who plays a different sport collegiately.
Yeah,
Plays baseball or
so.
basketball or
Cool.
something.
something. His daughter plays. His daughter plays hockey.
He always seemed like such a nice guy who was like too
Yeah.
polite to ask to be traded. He was just.
They did go to a Stanley
Damn.
Cup
He
Finals.
did. Yes, he did.
Might have gone to 2. Because
He did
was he
eventually.
on one of those Penguins teams?
I was say he did
'Cause they
eventually
picked him
get
up
out.
late.
Yeah, eventually he did. Let's just watch this again a couple more times. Chuba Hubbard running over several Cardinals to win the game in overtime. Well,
I was told that the Cardinals were good.
I thought
they're out. They're eliminated. This
That whole division sucks.
what this? What this game? It was Geno Smith for Sam Darnold, called by Mark Sanchez. Oh, Jets. Oh, Jets. Let's talk about how shit the Giants are. Look at this. Look at this block by Evan Neal, who's supposed to be good. Here he is, 73, if you can't see it. 73. He's got to cut block this guy and misses.
Oh my god.
And it's picked off.
Oh.
Judon.
The Falcons should wear the red helmets all the time. Those things
Yeah,
are
why are
awesome.
they not doing
those
that?
are cool.
Look at this fucking block. He misses.
The Giants
A
are so
cut
polite,
block.
not firing Dayball and Schoen until the end of the year.
Jesus
Everyone knows
Christ.
it's coming, but I mean,
Oh, there they
Yay.
are. Mark's Bulldogs. There was another one that made me laugh where it said,
It's another
It's-
Misfits song right there.
yeah, the Bulldogs. It said, Bulldogs, it's still up somehow. It was like up for a long, long time before they fixed it. Here's the last one. Chargers. We had a nickel for every time a Chargers kicker made a fair catch free kick. We'd have 2, which isn't a lot, but we had it because it happened twice. Fair catch free kick, 1976, 2024. And this guy, whoever this guy is,
this fucking guy right here.
But the fun part is, he probably is just some dude who works in the mail
Yeah,
office
right.
at the
I don't-
Chargers,
fucking
and they
got
have
to it.
like,
Dicker the kicker.
just give this guy a sign. No one's gonna know.
Dicker the kicker and this fucking guy. All right, that's it for broadcasting moments of the week. It's time for a Stripe Spiral, where we had
Or
some
a
playoff games.
A reasonably short stripe spiral because most teams didn't play and most of the bowl games don't matter. I think what we learned, and there's been a bunch of portal movement that I'm going to ignore because all those guys could enter the portal again. I think what we learned is that there are not 12 championship caliber college football teams at any given time. And what I'm afraid we're going to learn on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day is that there are not 8 championship caliber college football teams at any one time. Of the 4 quarterfinals coming up, the Oregon State, good Lord, the Beavers, Oregon and Ohio State, that rematch is the only game that has any juice beyond just being a playoff game. Because Arizona State is pretty much one player, which is their running back. Texas is going to make reasonably short work of Arizona State. I think Georgia, even with their backup quarterback, I don't think they're going to have that much trouble with Notre Dame. And Penn State is going to annihilate Boise State.
Oh my god. Yes.
So those are your 4 matchups this coming weekend. And you know what? I have to swallow some pride here. I thought SMU was pretty good, and they looked like complete shit against the Nittany Lions. So good for James Franklin to get over the hump and not piss it down his leg and save his job at least for one more week. If he loses to Boise State, he's fired. I'm reasonably comfortable saying that. And in the meantime, I suppose if you are South Carolina doesn't have as much leg to stand on, but if you're Miami or Alabama, I'm certain your argument is, well, shit, we could have done better than that. Bad weekend for the ACC. You go from having 2 teams in to having no teams in. But even like Tennessee came in with the hottest offense in football. They didn't look good. They didn't look good at all. Like none of those games were especially competitive. You know, the Texas game kind of got backdoored into an interesting game at the end, but like that wasn't, Clemson kind of fought their way back into it, but that was not a competitive game. And so I think what you may see going forward, if we live in a Justin loving universe, which based on the number of times we've played Assman on this show, we don't. What you may see, don't do it. I see you reaching for it, don't do it. What we may see in the future is I think the committee may have to take a closer look at scheduling and strength of opponents.
Mm-hmm.
Because, we're giving Notre Dame an awful lot of credit for beating an awful lot of nobody. And, we're giving Boise State an awful lot of credit for losing to Oregon. And those things may matter in the future. Maybe a 3-loss Miami team does edge out an SMU who didn't have as strong of a schedule. It's, nobody knows what the answer to fix this thing is, but it became pretty clear that there are not 12 championship caliber teams.
But at the same time, too, like, the beauty of the tournament in basketball is, these 1 seeds will obliterate most of the time a 16 seed,
But there's
or
all
like,
UMBC waiting in the wings somewhere.
yeah, but like, and maybe maybe it just wasn't this year, but I feel
That
like,
could be too.
when an upset happens, it means more now, and it's more
Yes,
exciting. So
absolutely.
like, I'm not, I mean, I'm fine with, like, like I said, I think there should be more attention on strength of victory and like who you play and
Yeah.
things like that. But I like this idea, and I like that
I do
eventually
too.
someone's going to upset somebody, and it's going to be a big deal. So
I do too. I think the general college football watching public wishes that one of those games had felt competitive.
I understand. I get
You
it.
know, I mean, even in the NFL, those wild card games aren't always great.
Right.
You get a
Yeah.
lot of mismatches in those games, but
Yeah.
like you typically get 1 or 2 that come down to the end.
Yeah.
And that just wasn't the case this past weekend.
Some would say that most of the teams a part of the college football playoff were.
Yeah, I'm an ass man.
Quick update. Packers up 24-0, but Saints. Spencer Rattler has 109 yards passing.
Ooh.
1 interception. And 28 yards rushing, baby. He's back on top. 9 yards.
Josh Allen-esque.
He's good. Packers have the ball, though. It's the fourth quarter? No, third quarter. 2 minutes to go.
We might get our shutout.
Might get a shutout.
You might get a shutout because the Saints are an ass man. All right, moving on. It's time for a football foobar. What do you got for me, Mark?
Well, with tomorrow being Christmas Eve, I thought it was a great time to reflect upon those holiday traditions that we all have. So I'm talking about Christmas carols. I'm talking about roasting chestnuts. I'm talking about gathering with friends and family for Christmas dinner. I'm talking about getting fucked up on Jack Daniel's eggnog in a Denver bar 2 days before Christmas and then assaulting a taxi driver while he's trying to drive you home. All those great Yuletide moments that we all have.
Who
So-
hasn't?
Yes, who hasn't? In the spirit of the season, today we'll be inducting an NFL player who went through that very same altercation while also sprinkling in some other arrests to boot. And here's the crazy part. To boot, I said that on purpose because he's a punter. So today we'll be inducting Todd Sauerbrunn into the festive halls of football FUBAR.
I thought it was because he's Canadian.
Yeah. He might have played in Canada. I'm not sure. So I'll make this one short and sweet. Sauerbrunn played in the NFL 1995 through 2007 and punted for the Bears, the Chiefs, the Panthers, the Broncos, and the Patriots. He made a few Pro Bowls along the way, tended to rank in the top 10, but was something of a loudmouth as a player, which was weird for a punter. Before facing the Bears, Sauerbrunn, who was the kickoff specialist for the Broncos at the time, stated that he would kick to Devin Hester, that he wasn't afraid of him. Sauerbrunn stated, "We're going after it. We're not going to kick away from that little shit." Hester responded with a kickoff return for a touchdown and a punt return for a touchdown in that game, so good call there. When Sauerbrunn was a Panther, he would repeatedly needle Martin Gramatica. Second time we got Gramatica in this podcast.
Two Grammaticas.
Called the kicker of the division rival Bucks. He would call Gramatica, quote, a circus midget. When he played for the Panthers, when he played for the Patriots, after he was cut, Belichick referred to him as complicated and, quote, one of the more difficult players to handle. This is a punter, by the way. And that says something if Belichick says that about you, considering he once coached a murderer on his team. So difficult to handle. Sauerbrunn had a few run-in with the law, ranging from getting involved in a 2003 steroid bust, getting caught taking ephedra in 2007, which caused him to be suspended, to getting back-to-back DUIs in 2005, only 3 months apart from each other. However, his crowning moment came in 2008 when, after drinking copious amounts of Jack Daniel's eggnog at a local bar 2 days before Christmas, started simultaneously picking fights with the male bartenders and hitting on the female ones. The bar called a taxi to get him the fuck out of there, and he got into a fist fight inside the cab with the driver after he realized he was being taken home. Sauerbrunn would be suspended again after this and kind of ended his NFL career. So this Christmas, boys and girls, drink, be merry, but do it in moderation, and certainly do not pick a fight with a Gramatica. He is a national treasure.
Two Todd Sauerbrunn stories.
Whoa, two.
One, Ryan, we all would remember the Panthers-Patriots Super Bowl with the kick that went out of bounds,
Stop it. Stop
which
it, Mike.
previously had been the job of Todd Sauerbrunn, who probably would have done a lot of crappy things, but not kick that goddamn ball out of bounds. Number 2, my junior year in college, I met at a party a girl who claimed that Todd Sauerbrunn, while with, I think it was the Giants, tried to entice her to give him her phone number while she was in the front row at a preseason game.
Wow.
She did not give him her number.
You know what,
Probably for the
Todd?
best.
Shoot your shot. I mean, just maybe not during a game, but shoot your
Yeah.
shot. Shoot
Boot your shot, if you will.
Boot your shot. I'm trying to decide. I don't know if you can see my mind turning. Is he an ass man or is he an X-Pac? I'm not really sure.
He's an X-Pac, let's be honest.
Yeah, he's definitely
Is this our first punter on Fubar? Have we got another punter?
I think he might be.
I'd like to know the stats.
Oh
Of
no!
position-
We inducted
positions.
the Jaguars kicker and punter when they burned themselves with fondue.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Mm.
Tell us what to do. Yeah.
I love a stat of, is it all wide receivers? That's what I would guess. A lot of wide receivers. Because Antonio Brown's in 3 times.
yes, he
Right.
is in 3 times.
So that doesn't
Yeah,
help.
but he's like in once as a contributor.
yeah,
right?
right. Yeah,
But,
yeah.
like,
yeah.
one of those
But
doesn't
still.
count.
Does it? I think there's a 4th one
No,
coming.
like, listen,
right?
Lenny Wilkins is in the Hall of Fame as a player and a coach. It's 2 separate inductions.
Okay, yeah. Okay, but he still counts as one man.
Yes.
All right. Mike, dip of the week. Are we sticking with Woody Johnson, Brick Johnson, and the Johnson
always
ambassadors?
The Johnsons, yeah, they're going to be a standard play here. But also, I'm looking for player dip of the week, Jalen Hurts, for his attempt to dissuade
Ruin
the
my
officials that
fantasy
he
team?
did not have a concussion by walking over to them and going,
You gave him a thumbs up. Right. That always
I'm
works.
good.
It's like that episode of The Tick. We're doing okay.
I'm good.
"Bum,
Not in the
dwee,
face,
boom,
not in the
boom,
face.
bah."
Oh, Jalen, you killed me. Sad boy boat. Me, because I lost in fantasy football. Fucking hell.
You won. Your team finally won.
My team won, but my
Yeah.
fantasy team did not. All right, sad boy boat. Dayball. Oh my
He's
god.
always there. I mean,
Dayball's gotten so sad we don't even make fun of his bar anymore. Like he's just
Yeah.
not even worth talking about. Like it's just so sad. Drew Lock, me?
Drew Lock.
Drew Lock on the sad boy boat?
yeah.
And the fan of Drew Lock, so Ryan again.
Yeah.
I think
two
Jet
of
fans
me.
in general, after seeing that article
Oh.
come out, that's
Yeah.
Brick Johnson
Jerry
running it.
Judy, who's suddenly the subject of much national
yes.
Your
discussion. with
Madden
Thomas
rating
Salt.
stinks, Jerry
Yeah.
Judy. Not only are you awful, we hate you.
Yeah.
Steve Smith doesn't like you.
No.
But yeah, that would have been a more economical trade, right? Because they would have gotten him for nothing. I would assume.
Yeah, but they
right?
can get rid of. They literally can get rid of Devontae next year. They have to
And it
trade
won't
him.
matter.
He is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they'll save all that money. He's owed nothing, so it's fine.
He might be gone. He might be gone.
There's a lot of guys in this Jets team are going to be gone.
I think they're all going to be gone. What is that even up to? 3, 2, 3? I don't know. I put myself on there 3 times. Any college football coaches? The Indiana coach, is he on the sad boy boat?
Oh, Signetti is definitely
When
on
he
the sad boy
punted
boat.
and went like, I'm done
Yeah.
with this game. I'm punting.
Yeah. He's considering he's the guy that when he took the job said, "I just win games. Google me." That was an ignominious way to get stormed out of the season unceremoniously.
You punt. You give up.
And by the way, to get hammered out of there by Marcus Friedman's like weird painted on hairline. I'm not sure what's
Yeah.
going on there.
Yeah, right.
I mean, there's 2 great hairlines on the show. I just want to say that again.
Mm-hmm.
One of them's covered up by the Hattis Forward, but Mike, thank you for. There we go. All right, that's what the people come for. People come for the hairlines, but his hairline, I don't know what's going on there. Fucking weird. Maybe I need that. Just spray paint that right on.
Let's see.
Yeah, we'll spray paint. Okay.
Come for the hairline, stay for the coitus references.
Oh God.
"You making coordinates?"
Stay for the Grod pod. Game balls, other side of the coin. Who you got, Mark?
I'm going to give it to Man Ram for,
my
for
God.
carrying season 1 of
What?
Degrassi.
That's not a football player. That's Our first
Like
not
that held us
football
back
player.
before.
We've had
was gonna say,
basketball. We've had the NBA, but never a not football player or a basketball player.
This week sucked. There's nothing.
Man, Ram. I
You'll
don't know
love her.
any. I know nothing about this show.
You're gonna
Oh
love
my
her.
God.
She's awesome.
All right, Mr. Mike. Who you got?
Say man.
Jaden
Ram.
Daniels
Mark
and Man Ram.
Look, I'll
There
say,
you go.
I'll say this.
Yay,
Remember-
man Ram.
Remember for a couple of weeks there when people were like, Bo Nix is going to be the rookie of the year. Yeah, all that shit went away.
That went,
He
went
erased
full
that.
picks real quick.
He erased that. All right, Drew. Who you got?
Alex Caruso, speaking of NBA players, he's short, he's white, he's bald, he looks like a
Jaylen Brown
thumb,
money.
and he just got a 4-year extension for $21 million a year.
There you go.
Jaylen Brown
Yeah.
money. My God.
He's still making like half Jaylen Brown money.
I know, but that's a lot for what he does.
Alex Caruso is high motor.
It's high motor. All right, I'm giving mine
I'm
to.
a nice man.
All right, time for plugs. What's on Bloody Good Music this week?
Chris followed up his best albums of the year with his worst albums of the year. Go ahead and check that
Nice.
out.
Yeah, I gotta do that. I like when he makes fun of stuff. It's better.
It is.
The good things are, yeah, okay, they're good. But man, you can trash the Offspring pretty good. He dragged the Offspring through the mud, and I enjoyed it. Although he hates Weezer, right? You guys all hate Weezer? Is that right?
I am not a Weezer guy. Chris goes up and down on Weezer, but I think his opinion of Weezer as he gets older is fading.
You hate Weezer. He hates Weezer.
I am not a Weezer person.
I do like Weezer, so that's where we differ.
How
Although
dare
I
you destroy-
I like Beartooth. I do like Beartooth.
How dare you destroy my sweater?
Okay, plug TJ. There it is. TJF podcast Christmas episode was released yesterday to the masses. You
What
might
a-
get in trouble. Are we gonna get in trouble?
What a show.
Oh my God! It's
Greg in
the
particular was very feisty in this one. So
it's sometimes I feel like we make Greg really angry, and then he comes out like a bear out of a cage. That's what it was. But this
I
is
think it's-
particularly rated. I don't
Yeah.
even know. This is our worst. We're the worst we've ever been with disgusting shit.
it's a very offensive show.
And it's a
um,
Christmas show.
Yeah, I know. It's like, yeah,
That's
right.
the other thing.
I also think you tell people, Ryan, the next episode, the one that we're coming up, because it's somewhat topical to this show.
It is. What is it?
Yes. The coaching.
Coaching.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
We're gonna do coach episodes, just not a
Coaching.
coach episode.
Well, that was another podcast we talked about
Yes,
a lot.
right. The coach.
The coach cast. The TV show Coach.
I don't know. I don't know.
Mark's really championing the the DeGrod pod. So maybe I'll pick up the Coach cast. Who can I get to?
Recording every night.
Who wants to talk about the Coach?
I love to
Coach
talk
is
about
on
Dauber.
something, right? Coach is
Yeah,
fun.
sure.
Coach is fun.
Do you remember
Coach
his
is fun,
team?
too.
His NFL team?
What was it?
The Orlando Breakers.
Oh, the Breakers.
Yep,
Why
right.
is every movie
He
team
had
in
an expansion
Orlando?
team. Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't the Any Given Sunday team also in
Yes,
like
in
Orlando?
Miami. Yeah, it's in Miami.
Yeah. That's a weird movie. All right. Well, TGIF Christmas is out. You can get it now. It's actually on YouTube too. So you can
Yep.
see our ridiculous faces when we say awful shit. Student of the week.
Scum
Student-
guy.
There are no
Um,
students of the week. The
Oh.
week before Christmas break is basically, like we mentioned earlier, the last helicopter to Saigon.
Yeah.
I had a kid who was punching lockers and absolutely throwing chairs and losing his mind on Friday. So this is out there to all the
Okay.
teachers. We made it. We are now in the sweet, sweet realm of potentially sleeping in with little responsibilities.
Congratulations. You did it. You made it.
Looks like we made it.
Nice. All right. We're out of here. Week 17 is not the end.
Mhm.
The playoffs are like 98% set, right?
Pretty much.
The AFC has a couple teams who can make it, but like NFC is kind of set, right? I think
Well,
it's mostly set. We're gonna find out.
Yep.
We'll find out together. We'll get Steve Kornacki to bring. We'll bring in Steve Kornacki. He's not doing anything. He can come on the show. It's fine. And then we'll launch the Grod Pod soon.
Damn right.
Once we get Drew on board officially.
He's already on board.
Let
You
me
had
send
to
my
take
bank
you had to
account.
take him out to like an NIL dinner to try to convince him to join.
Let me send you my bank account number.
Yeah.
You're gonna need it.
Yeah. All right, we're out of here. Peace out. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Adios. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.